It's Matt and Ryan here from The Random Maker, and to continue on with our Ryan Learns Tools series. Ryan, why are you even playing with that?
It's just fun so far. We're gonna cut some stuff.
Ryan, this is why we have Ryan Learns Tools. So today we're gonna show Ryan how to use a chop saw.
I said don't put my hands here, don't put my hands here. It didn't say anything about here.
Let's get rolling. Now that Ryan is ready here, Ryan, don't put your hands on stuff you don't know. We're gonna be showing you today the chop saw, a tool that is used to cut out lumber from lengths, finish cut too. Unlike the table saw, this is a pretty clear-cut tool on how to use it. Number one, don't put your hand. Mine even has like stickers, which is, oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, no hands there, no hands there.
Yeah. So it actually has lines for you to not put your hands, and it's even got the yellow, which is like the red zone. What is the chop saw used for? Very simply.
Chopping wood?
It chops wood in a straight or angular fashion. Let's go with a couple things. One, you do need safety glasses. Two, you are gonna need hearing protection. It's just a nice, easy way to go with it. And also, I would recommend having some dust collector system hooked up. We had to move it so it's not hooked up here, but for a couple cuts to show you how to use it, not a big deal, but long-term, good idea, because this just makes dust.
Dust. So much dust.
That you don't want it. I have mine on a portable stand. Now, there is nothing wrong with that. Some people have them built in. Some people just put them on a table. Yeah. I don't like them put on a table. This system, as you can see, has hooks in here. So it hooks into the stand so it's a little more stable. And it also, here's the big part, has these rollers. Now, what these rollers do, Ryan, is if you have long pieces of wood, because this is meant to break stock out.
Yeah. If
you don't have a buddy or something, you can put the wood right on these rollers and it'll support it. And the nice thing is, like if you pull these rollers out.
Oh, it comes out even further.
Yep, they actually extend. And so you can set it so you can cut a lot of there. I do need a new stand one of these days, but I've had this thing forever and it works quite well, actually.
Well, I'll take this one when you're done with it.
That's about it with what we have here for the setup. Let's get a piece of wood and let's go through how to cut a piece of wood.
Let's chop with the chop saw.
Cut. Ryan is actually ready to chop a piece of wood. Let's go through some safety features. Number one, and I've actually seen this a lot and it scares me, people remove the blade guard.
That would be so dumb. Don't remove the blade guard.
The reason why is on larger cuts, it gets in the way.
It gets in my way.
I don't do that. As you can see, my blade guard is set. So now, we could turn it on and you're not gonna hit the blade.
We like this.
I like my fingers. The next thing you have to do is we have to set up your cut. Now, this particular machine recommends having your hands 8 inches away. My chop saw here has a sliding fence. Now, the sliding fence, because one of the things when we're cutting safely is we have to put pressure in. If this fence was in too far, if Ryan pushed, it's gonna kick over there. So I'm gonna move this fence out to give it a nice, safe pressure point.
Safety always first.
So now if Ryan pushes here, guess what? We're one with the fence.
We could chop.
Exactly. Okay, so first thing we're gonna check is we're gonna be just cutting a straight line. So we're gonna look at our angle to see if it is at 0 degrees. What do we got, Ryan?
Just about 0, I'd say.
It is on the money. And one thing is you can actually make micro adjustments through here, and periodically I do actually check because I like to know this is zeroed out. One of the things is if you need to cut, trim, or different angles, in my case, as we can see, it's nice and locked because I don't want the tip move. We would lift up and then we can pull and we can actually twist.
Oh, look at that. Any kind of angle we want to cut on.
Most saws have this where they have preset common cuts.
Yeah, like it.
But if you want to cut something weird, you just push this down and...
We could cut something weird.
Exactly. But I'm going to put you back at 0.
Yeah, let's just stay straight today. Make it easier.
You're doing both.
Awesome. Okay.
But some people would say, oh, this is locked in. I don't really trust that. Well, it's not that I don't trust it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I always lock it down.
Always lock it.
That way you have a double lock.
I would always lock it.
One of the most common things, people hold their wood with their thumb sticking out.
Dinguses. Don't do that.
What I was taught was you want to do a cat's paw. So you pull your hand in,
Meow.
and basically what you're doing is you're pulling your fingers in to hold the top of the wood because you don't want to grab because you can actually pull up that way.
Yeah.
Cat's paw, you're putting your pressure on top there, and you want to hold your thumb in, as you saw when I did that, because now I'm trying to focus on too many things at once. Hold your thumb in and push. You want to have your hand at least 8 inches away from the blade, because when the saw pulls in, you want your hand as far away as possible, because if there's a kickback or anything like that, it's going to twist and turn, and you want your hand as far away. You want to cut from your right hand.
Yep.
Hand in, and then you pull all the way through nice and slow, pushing the button, as you can see, as you lower the saw.
So I push that button and then pull down.
Yep, nice and slow, and as you can see, the guard lifts up as you use it.
Perfect.
And then you slowly let it up, and then don't let go of the button until the blade is away from the wood, because you never want to stop a blade in the wood because it's not good for the blade.
So I could start it, bring it down, bring it back up, stop it.
That's it. And just make sure your hands are pushing into here.
The cat paw. I got
Cat
that.
paw. And
Meow, meow. We got it.
slow and steady. Any
right.
questions on this one, Ryan?
No, I got this one.
This one's not as hard as
So it's
last.
locked in.
All right, so stay
Chopped in.
The dad puns are, he is one with the dad puns.
It's getting chopped in here right now, buddy.
So let's get our head hearing protection in, glasses, and let's get rolling.
It's time.
And how bad was that, Ryan?
Super duper easy. Look at that. Just the way we like it.
Okay. How about we show you now how to do angle cuts? Now that Ryan has figured out how to cut a straight piece, angle cuts are not much different. You just got to keep 2 key things in mind. One, this is moving fence. If it's too close, you can actually cut into the fence.
Don't cut the fence.
And somebody borrowed this one time.
Someone cut the fence.
They nicked it. Because this saw actually has 2 directions on how to cut angles. So the easier one, which we can do,
Easier way.
is, so if I want to cut a 45, and a good way to see if you're going to cut the fence.
Just bring it down and find out.
Yeah, because it actually will touch very easily.
Yeah.
Now, here's where most people actually cut the fence. On my saw, it's a dual direction. And so if I unlock, and I don't really use it often because I usually switch to the table saw for this,
Yeah.
is
Oh, shnikes.
my head will actually pivot. And if you can see here, we actually have another gauge in the back.
Yeah.
And so you can actually cut there. And that is another reason why
Gotcha.
that fence, because you can actually chop
Makes
just
sense
like
now.
that. And so we're going to do the easier one. I would actually recommend for newbies to not.
I would probably, just to be really honest with everybody, as a beginner, I would never do that.
That is, I wouldn't say it's more advanced. It's just,
I mean
looks
it.
a lot scarier.
I-
Let's do a very common cut, a 22.5 cut.
Oh, of course, the ever common 22.5 cut.
It actually is really common.
That's why I repeated it. The ever common 22.5
So
cut.
what Ryan's going to do is, my saw is set up so you can hold your hand, pull the trigger, push it over, and it'll actually
22.
lock at 22.5 because it's one of the most common angles. It actually has its own slot. So Ryan's going to go in there. You got to push the bottom one. There's a trigger underneath.
Oh, I see it. All right.
Here, I'm going to switch spots.
Didn't lock it anywhere, 22.
So you got to let go of the trigger and it locks in. And then what I always push the lock down and
Find out if we're going to hit the
fence.
in the fence. Nope, don't look like it.
And so at that point, it's the exact same. It's just you want to be,
Look at this. I'm going to bring my fence back over. Oh, righty-tighty, that guy.
all right.
There,
And
now I feel safe. I got a good spot for my hand to go here. My cat paw. I'm going to bring this down. It's not going to hit any fences anywhere. I think I'm good to go.
all right,
Let's do the cross cut.
go ahead.
22.5 standard cut.
Perfect. Ryan,
Yeah, man.
Ryan, at this point, do you think you can use a chop saw?
Yeah, I could use one of these.
Yeah, chop saws are a very useful tool. They're relatively inexpensive. I personally, though, if you're gonna get one really good tool, I personally would go towards the table saw because this is a compound miter saw. It's not a sliding one. It's only got a 6-inch throat without having to cut it there, and I don't know. But it is a very useful tool. You've seen me use it in plenty of projects because A, I have one, B, I have one, C, they're incredibly useful to be honest. Great tool, very easy, but this is one of the most where people nick their fingers because they don't do the cat paw. That just looks so wrong on so many levels. Biggest thing, as I think we've said it with every big machine now, slow, steady, and safe. And if you don't know, ask. Yep.
Right? Ask us in the comments. Hey man, there's a tool that I don't know how to use, but I've been pretending how to use it for years. Don't be that guy. Ask us how to use it.
Yep, I went to school for way too many years for this, and I started counting how long I've been working with some stuff, and I just walked away because I didn't want to admit how old I am.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, like being older and asking for questions if you don't know what you're doing is a thing that we don't do. But it's something that everyone should be doing. If you don't know how to do something, ask, find out, learn. Like,
exactly.
That's what life's all about.
So let's wrap up. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you have any ideas, projects, or any comments, put them in below. If you want to see more videos of Ryan tormenting me, actually this one was a lot easier. I don't think I put too many grumbled this video, I don't think.
I can see some things in this room that we could probably learn next though.
Oh, I haven't even dug out all the stuff yet.
And then you're in big trouble. Because I think this is probably where my expertise begins and ends.
Oh, wait till we do the grinder. That's going to be a fun one. All right. Well, you know how I like to end every video, Ryan. Until next time, let's get making.
Bye, everybody.